Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Liverpool crashed out of the Champions League at the last 16 stage with Tuesday evening's defeat to French side Paris Saint-Germain, and not everyone was happy with Virgil van Dijk. Wayne Rooney was in no doubt which lazy Liverpool star was at fault for their Champions League exit: Virgil van Dijk. The Reds crashed out of Europe on Wednesday at the hands of Paris Saint-Germain. After winning the first leg 1-0 in the French capital, Arne Slot's side slipped to defeat at Anfield as Ousmane Dembélé scored the winner. Neither side was able to get on the score sheet during the remainder of the game and extra time, with penalties deciding the clash. Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones both failed to convert. But Rooney believes Liverpool's exit stretches back to Dembélé's goal and suggested Van Dijk could have done far more to prevent it. Speaking on Amazon Prime Video, the Manchester United icon said, "This goal from Liverpool's perspective is wrong in so many ways. They are trying to press the ball, and Van Dijk gets lazy. If you keep your eye on Van Dijk, he's walking and leaves a massive gap to Dembélé. All he has to do is come across and cover Dembélé because there is no other pass for Paris to get out, and he doesn't. Dembélé gets it, and he's got a lot of space, gets the ball out wide, and then Konate doesn't switch on, and then he reacts. Dembélé makes a good run and gets a tap in." Van Dijk spoke out after Liverpool's defeat and refused to dwell on their exit, instead urging his teammates to refocus ahead of this weekend's Carabao Cup final against Newcastle. He said, "It's part of football. I said to the guys, you can be disappointed because we are out of the competition, but chin up. Now we get ready for the next challenge at the weekend, which is a beautiful one. I think we were pretty good today as well, and you want to go as far as possible. But we knew when we drew PSG, it was going to be very difficult. We saw in Paris when we struggled, but we won. And today we saw a very good Liverpool side, but we're out of the competition. Today, from the first, second, and then extra time, when fatigue kicks in for both sides, it becomes more open, but especially regular time. We showed a very good game. We can speak about the game for ages, but we're out of the competition. That is the reality." Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HG transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Liverpool FC transfer news. Our second news is Kieran Trippier sends Liverpool Carabao Cup final. Warning over key Newcastle change. Newcastle United lost the Carabao Cup final to Manchester United in 2023, but have another Wembley trip on the horizon with Liverpool their opponents this time around. Newcastle United star Kieran Trippier believes his team are far better prepared for the Carabao Cup final than they were the last time they made it to Wembley. Eddie Howe's side lost to Manchester United in the 2023 final, with Casemiro and Marcus Rashford scoring, but now have a chance to make up for that reverse. They beat Arsenal home and away in their semi-final to set up a meeting with league leaders Liverpool, having overcome fellow top-flight sides Brentford and Chelsea in the previous two rounds. The Magpies were without suspended goalkeeper Nick Pope for their last trip to Wembley and are depleted once again this time. Anthony Gordon will miss the final as he serves the second match of a 3-game ban for his red card against Brighton in the FA Cup, while defenders Lewis Hall and Sven Botman are injured. Trippier believes Newcastle have learned from their mistakes, though, and this includes moving away from the Hilton Hotel after deeming it too near to the National Stadium. Staying at the Hilton was too close, shall we say, Trippier said after Monday's win away at West Ham. It's about learning. The club learned a lot from the first time around. A lot more things are well organized this time. I'm not saying it was bad last time, but we're more prepared because we've been in this position now. We played United in the last cup final, and we're more relaxed. Now we've just got to review this game at the London Stadium and look forward to another special occasion at the weekend against Liverpool. Trippier's teammate, Bruno Guimaraes, scored the winner against West Ham to take Howe's team up to 6th in the league. The Brazilian is one of the survivors from the 2023 final and believes his team can overcome their absentee list to win this weekend. Opponents. Liverpool also won't be at full strength on Sunday. Arne Slot's side are already without Joe Gomez, and fellow defender Trent Alexander-Arnold is unlikely to feature after going off injured against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. We have seen people, doubters. We are focusing on ourselves, Guimaraes told Sky Sports after Monday's win. Missing Anthony Gordon, Lewis Hall, and Sven Botman is not good for us, but to have players who can play well. Today we showed we have a strong squad. I believe that we can win. A final, everything could happen. I believe our fans can make a difference for us. For us, it is like the World Cup. We want to make history for this club. It is a long time for the fans without a trophy. Alexander. Isak at the moment is the best striker in the world. Our midfield has been our strength. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HG transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Liverpool FC transfer news. Our last news is Arne Slot agreed with Jurgen Klopp as reason for Champions League exit pinpointed. Liverpool crashed out of the Champions League in the round of 16 after they were beaten on penalties by French champions Paris Saint-Germain at Anfield on Tuesday night. Arne Slot was left to rue Liverpool's lack of luck after they were knocked out of the Champions League by Paris Saint-Germain, a factor former boss Jurgen Klopp once warned the Reds about. The Dutchman's assessment came as Liverpool failed to capitalize on their 1-0 win over the French champions in last week's first leg in Paris. Reds goalkeeper Alisson Becker was in inspired form at the Parc des Princes, making 9 saves to keep his side in the game. Yet, Alisson was helpless to prevent PSG taking an early 1-0 lead at Anfield on Tuesday. Luis Enrique's team rode something of a storm on the night as Liverpool huffed and puffed for 120 minutes, but were ultimately forced to settle for a penalty shootout, where they missed 2, sealing their European fate for this season. After the game, Slot claimed the luck which had shown on his team last week in France seemed to abandon them on Merseyside. It feels a bit unfair to go out in this round already if you were top of the table and face a team like PSG, he said. Last week we had a bit of luck. We didn't have it today. Alisson made 16 saves across both games with PSG, which is the most by a goalkeeper in a UEFA Champions League knockout tie since Manuel Neuer starred for Bayern Munich against Real Madrid in the 2016-17 quarter-finals, as per Opta. The Reds' shot-stopper has frequently been cited as the reason for Liverpool's recent success by Slot and former boss Klopp, with both managers admitting that their reliance on him was not ideal. After a 2-2 draw with rivals Manchester United and a 1-0 defeat at Tottenham in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg in early January, Slot insisted that Liverpool shouldn't have to depend on good fortune. What can we improve? Increasing the margin, because otherwise you'll always depend on a bit of luck, or a bit of being unlucky as well, or certain decisions made by the referee, Slot said. We must make sure that we don't depend on those moments anymore. And that's the next step we want to make if we want to not depend on luck or bad luck. However, his predecessor saw alarm bells ringing as far back as 2021. Klopp was furious after Liverpool demolished Manchester United 5-0 at Old Trafford in October of that year, owed to what the German perceived as his team once again counting on Alisson to ensure victory. We have to improve, we know that. The world is like this. You win 5-0 against United, and everything is perfect. Well, it was not, Klopp said after the game. United had clear-cut chances, which we gave them. We should not rely on luck or Ali, goalkeeper, Alisson. We could have done better. This is how we spoke at halftime. Even though we were 4-0, it is really important you believe you have to play better. Otherwise, you open up the gate for them. I saw the first half we gave too much away. We have to improve, in general. While Liverpool will no doubt be licking their wounds, they are still 15 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, having played one more game than Arsenal in second. Next up is the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle United at Wembley on Sunday. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.